Hey everyone, this is Nathan Estwick, and I swear every time I film, the lighting gets worse. So, we are talking this week about the Straight from the Headlines project, so our idea for a new musical. So, my musical is going to be called Outed, and the cultural issue that it's going to be tackling is commoditizing and commoditizing gay people and just outing people who aren't ready to come out yet. So the event would be a high school aged boy gets outed before he's ready to come out, and this causes issues and various reactions from his family, his friends, just himself in general in the school. Um, so the reason why I think musical theater would be a good medium for this is that there can be so many different types of songs that express how the different characters are feeling about everything. And sometimes you just need to sing your heart out, you know? Um, the goal of this musical would be to try and get other people more aware of commoditizing gay people and how they choose to live their life, closet or not, is none of your business. Um, so before I go on, something like defining commoditizing gay people is like whenever somebody comes out or something like that, and sudden it usually happens with men. Um, Whenever a man comes out as gay, all of the girls are usually like, "Oh my god, I want you to be my gay best friend," and they treat you like a kind of like a thing that they want that they can buy or try and like obtain, I guess, if you will. Um, so the elements of the musical. So for the music, I picture it to be more of a rock musical or like a contemporary musical. So something that's not like boring, but not something that's like Stephen Sondheim level difficulty. It gives the actor a little bit of room to play around. Um, and then so they can just have fun with the role because when you're in a show with difficult music, it doesn't give you a lot of room to like improvise with the character because you've got to make sure that your lyrics and your notes are clear. Um, for dancing, I said there was probably going to be one big dance number per act. Well, one big dance number where like the entire cast and ensemble is doing choreography. Um, like the Legally Blonde reprise at the end of the first act of Legally Blonde. I don't know if it's at the end of the first one or the beginning of the second one of the two. Um, but the rest of the songs will still have definite choreography because, frankly, when I see a show that doesn't have any choreography, I get annoyed. That's one of the reasons why I didn't like Oklahoma so much, is that it just felt too like loose and there was no purpose to the actors' movement. Um, So for set and costumes, since I'm assuming it'll take place in like a modern high school-ish setting, um, um, late high school or early college, so anywhere between the ages of like 17 and like 20 maybe, um, in like a small town, so that makes it the whole being gay thing is such a big thing because there aren't that many in small towns. Um, So I'm gonna say that everybody speaks like millennials or Gen Z, except for like the parents of the characters, because they'd be more Gen X. Um, so the lyrics would also be simple yet meaningful, kind of like "Dear Evan Hansen." So it wouldn't be like a period piece. There wouldn't be any fancy language. Um, so costumes would be modern casual, so like the things you see in the store and someone said, I want to wear that. Um, the scenes would take place in like the school, the mall, maybe, wherever different characters decide they just want to hang out. The parents probably have a song at one point, maybe in like their living room. I don't know. And lastly, the purpose of the show um, is just to let people live on their own and make sure they're ready to do all that. And I thought of at the end, like, so after this kid comes out, he kind of gets like really popular because everybody's like, I want the gay best friend. And like toward the end of the musical, he's kind of faded back into just being like regular again. And that's kind of how it usually is. Like, not everything has like a big Disney ending where like you get the girl, you be popular, you be rich. Like, they're popular for a little bit and then nobody remembers them. Um, so the other purpose is showing that gay people aren't a commodity. I know I said this before, but it bears reiterating. Um, and they're not something to be fought over because you want one. You want the gay best friend. Everyone comes out in their own time. Unfortunately, it takes some of us decades for whatever reason. Um, and nobody deserves to be rushed or outed.